Hi dear friends, welcome back to Akshadare. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೇವರಾಜ್. Today is 5th October 2023. I hope you guys are doing great, learning great and earning great. So let's start our today newspaper reading. Yes, before going to start the newspaper reading, at least please subscribe the channel, like and comment. If you like the video, please share with your friends. It may useful for somebody. They may utilize the opportunities. So let's start reading the newspaper. Today newspaper. This is the front page. BJP sent feelers to Holly with BRS in 2018. KTR. Free the press. Arrest aimed at creating a chilling effect. ED arrest AAP MP Sanjay Singh in Delhi. Kevin MC Karthia ousted as US House Speaker. He is felled by his own side in historic vote. Neeraj Jajera make it 1-2 for India in javelin. 7 dead as a glacial lake burst in Sikkim. LPG subsidy for Ujjwala beneficiaries raised to 300. Population of stray dogs in the city drops. Trio wins chemistry Nobel for quantum dots. Population of street dogs down by 10% in Bengaluru survey. At 558,341, highest number of street dogs recorded in Mahadevapura June, at least number in Dasarali. In a first in the country, BBMP to administer 5 in 1 vaccine to street dogs. HC imposes 5 lakh cost on state government for not responding on cities' public toilets. Karnataka Information Commission slaps fine on police for not giving details of CCTV footage. Shivkumar directs BBMP to resume start works in city. Government makes its NOC must for private engineering colleges to offer new courses, increase intake. Lack of regulatory framework for institutions on offering new courses, increasing number of seats in IT courses, and decreasing seats in other streams, creating imbalance at the regional level. ORR records 25% more vehicles on Wednesday. Police recover 150 phones from habitual offender. Stray dogs basking in the morning sun at Makaban Park in Bangalore on Wednesday. Former BMTC official held in forgery case related to 17 crore scam. Woman held for beating up mobile phone technician. Year-long events to mark 50 years of states renaming. 10-member central team to visit states drought-hit districts from today. The Karnataka government has declared drought in 195 of the out of the 236 taluks in the state, owing to deficient rainfall during the southwest monsoon. Center to HC, no changed circumstance to re-examine blocking orders on X. Rates condemned. Congress MLA opposes liquor shops in villages. BJP instigates violence, Ramalinga Reddy. Old management truisms may be revised or busted in a rapidly changing world, Ashok Sutta. If a leader genuinely thinks of and acts towards his team as his family, there can be no feeling of loneliness at the top. A day to celebrate the birds in Bangalore. A cartoon exhibition that underscores the importance of trees to human beings. A tree tunes were inspired by the Green India Challenge, a tree planting initiative started by J. Santosh Kumar, a Rajya Sabha member. Melody and metal on the market. Hilltop echoes. Stories of the dupattas and fond memories. Waste not, want not. KTR says BJP sent feelers to Hali with the BRS 5 years ago. BRS working president says the party has never allied with anyone during an election ever since Telangana was formed. Says they are not beaten by a mad dog to lose their mind and join the NDA. Why does BRS need support of the BJP, of BJP in GHMC elections when we had the strength to form on our own? We are fighters, not cheaters. Kaveri Water Regulation Committee to meet on October 12. New recommendations to solve Krishna water rule. IAF gets first LCA Tejas twin seater aircraft from HAL. Lakshadweep MP Paijal disqualified again. Retribution for the South, accolade for the North. Let's read this editorial page. Maybe due to no charge in the laptop, I'm going to end. Maybe I will restart after power came. Retribution for the South, accolade for the North. Retribution for the South, accolade for the North. Let's read this article written by the professor of economics. In Indian federal democracy, states' relative population size gains political and economic significance. The strong linguistic identities and regional renaissances in political and social spheres propelled the southern states to scale greater heights in all spheres of development. In sharp contrast to the northern states, population control has been achieved in the southern states through social development and economic growth. In the federal political system, changes in the population geography have a lasting impact on the political and economic geography. Delimitation and political representation. Article 81 of the Indian Constitution stipulates the Lok Sabha constituencies in the country should be equal by the size of population. Based on the 1971 census, the number of Lok Sabha constituencies per states was determined and frozen for the next 25 years through the 42nd Amendment Act 1976. In 2001, through the 84th Amendment Act, the freeze on the number of constituencies for each state was further prolonged until the first census after 2026. The population growth rates differ between the non-Hindi speaking southern states and the Hindi speaking northern states between 1971 and 2011. The proportion of the population of Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Mandya, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh increased from 44% to 48.2%. Whereas the proportion of the population of the five southern states, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, declined from 24.9% to 21.1%. If equal size of Lok Sabha constituencies by population is imposed today as in the population projections of 2023, the five southern states will lose 23 seats, while the northern states will gain 37. In other words, the proportion of political representation of northern states will increase by 6.81% and that of southern states will decline by 4.24%. The problem of balancing the political representation of sub-central units that have lower populations arises in all federations. For instance, Canada have been consistently increasing the proportion of representation in the national parliament for the less populous provinces. The attempt to equalize the size of constituencies by population is based on the dictum one person, one vote. In a first past the post election system, along with a multi party contest, voters know that only one of the contestants shall win. That is, the winner takes all. Often, winners are elected even with less than one third of the votes polled. If we calculate the proportion of votes secured by the winner in a constituency, it may be less than one fifth of the registered voters or even one sixth of the total population of the constituency. A targeted vote gathering by a candidate should help to secure a win in this system. To give a proper perspective from the 2019 election by numbers, we can see that a member of parliament from the northern states of Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh represent around 18 lakh registered electors, while the five southern states member of parliament represents 16 lakh registered electors. But in both these two groups of states, it requires only 12 lakh voters to elect a member of parliament. The real meaning of one person, one vote is lost in this system, and equating constituencies by the size of the population is not essential. When family planning and population control are the stated policies of the national and regional governments in India, states that have implemented these policies and effectively controlled their population should not be penalized through reduced political representation in subsequent periods. Population control happens not only due to the implementation of family planning programs, but also because of the social change that is engineered by the leaders in the society. Population control in the southern states is a classic example of this feat. Therefore, reducing the proportional representation of southern states in the national parliament is not only a disincentive for these states but also an incentive for others not to take population control and social change as public policy seriously. So, continuing with the free Jahandi distribution of seats among states as they were in 1971 till the population stabilizes in all states is the only way out. Role of population in fiscal transpose. Once in 5 years, the union government constitutes a finance commission to recommend, among other things, the share of each state in the assigned tax revenue of the union government. Every finance commission recommends a formula for the horizontal distribution of the union government's tax revenue among the states. Population and per capita income of a state are considered to be two important indicators that are always included in the distribution formula with larger weights. Population of a state is a measure of demand for public expenditure. Therefore, it is an important variable in the distribution formula. The first Finance Commission decided a state's share based on its population size. The successive Finance Commissions reduces the weight assigned to the population in this distribution formula while including other variables. The Union government, in its terms of reference to 8th Finance Commission, stipulated to use only the 1971 population in the distributed distribution instead of the 1981 population. This practice continued thereafter till the 13th Finance Commission. In terms of reference for the 14th Finance Commission, the Union government stipulated that apart from taking the 1971 population, the Commission may also consider demographic changes since 1971, wherever the population is to be used. Thus, for the first time, the established practice of rewarding the southern states for controlling the population was replaced by awarding the population states. The terms of reference of the 15th Finance Commission openly declared taking the 2011 population in the distribution formula. With this, the southern states lost the advantage of getting some financial rewards for population control. Therefore, the southern states have already started facing reduced financial transfers from the union government as a reward for controlling population growth. There is another factor that consistently brings in the current population in the distribution formula, the per capita income of a state. The per capita income of a state is considered as a proxy for its ability to raise its own revenue. The higher the per capita income of a state, the lower its share in the new union tax revenue. Lower per capita income of a state may be due to higher population for a given gross state domestic product. Therefore, the higher the current population of a state, the higher its share in the union tax revenue. It is important to note that usually the per capita income is assigned larger weight in the distribution formula favoring the northern states. The combined share of the five southern states in the union government's tax revenue from 2000 to 2005 to 2021 to 26 declined from 21.1% to 15.8%. On the contrary, the combined state share of Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, and Uttar Pradesh increased from 51.5% to 53.2%. Using the current population for delimitation of Lok Sabha constituencies by equalizing population and in the distribution formula for assignment of union government tax revenue to states is clear distribution for the population control efforts of the southern states and a transparent equality for the higher growth rate of population in the northern states. Northern states. Keeping tabs on carbon with an accounting system. Let's read this article written by the MP Rajya Sabha. The climate polycrisis, a term made popular by Adam 2J, referred to the interconnected and compounding crises related to climate change that are affecting the planet not just in a few sectors but across several sectors and domains. It encompasses the physical impacts of climate change, rising temperatures, sea level rise, and extreme weather events, and the social, economic, and political change challenges that arise from these impacts. In India, one can see the interconnections between seemingly different sectors such as energy, infrastructure, health, immigration, and food production that are being impacted by climate change. Recognizing the complexity and interconnectedness of the climate polycrisis, it is crucial in developing a holistic approach that takes into account the diverse perspectives and priorities of different stakeholders while ensuring resilience, equity, and justice. While it seems easier to pursue our response to climate change in a sectoral fashion. The very nature of a public crisis means that tweaking one corner of the climate change challenge leads to unexpected consequences elsewhere. Instead, we need a deeper transformation, one that lays the foundation of a new economy that is sensitive to the planet. Just as a digital infrastructure enables new startups and public services, we need to imagine carbon infrastructure that creates opportunities for a flourishing future carbon regime that takes the flows of carbon into account in the formulation of policy at every level: household, panchayat, district, state, and country. Measurement as the first step. The first step is measurement. For whatever cannot be measured, cannot be accounted for. We need to measure carbon emissions from that of individual citizens to that of the nation as a whole, including all that is in the flow. Once we have a measurement system in place, we can build an accounting system that helps us balance our carbon books. We are all families with financial balance sheets with their sources and their applications. What if the same thing is done for carbon? Existing carbon accounting methodologies, such as those championed by Karthik Ramanna at Oxford, are already capable of tracking carbon balance sheets at the corporate level. A national carbon accounting system is both an evolutionary and a revolutionary generalization of these ideas. It will bring the entire nation, starting from individuals and households, under one carbon accounting framework. This will be a paradigmatic change in the way we look at all human and non human activities in the world. This is necessary if we intend to truly internalize carbon reduction goals of the country and the world. Just imagine a world in which we file carbon tax returns alongside our income tax returns, or maybe only the carbon tax returns. Take a moment to consider the revolution in public finance that will be triggered when carbon is recognized, captured, valued, accounted for, and taxed. Carbon accounting. Public finance is the primary mechanism of development. Governments apportion funds for different developmental activities, each competing with the others for the exchequer purse. The revenue to fund the public exchequer comes from taxes, and that in turn requires that individual entities, businesses, households keep an account of inflows and outflows of money. Money accounting is an integrated system, all the way from the spending of individuals to the Reserve Bank of India, that helps us keep track of the circulation of money within the system. The keeping of accounts makes money visible and makes public finance possible. In contrast, the stocks and the flows of carbon are not tracked at a granular level anyway in the world. As a result, there is no possibility of for a progressive carbon tax that penalizes large buyers of petrol more than the average consumer. A progressive carbon tax requires us to keep track of the inflows and outflows of carbon. That is national carbon accounting. Carbon accounting is a way for companies to keep track of the carbon they are producing, removing, storing, and offsetting. It helps companies keep carbon books alongside their financial books. And NCA will bring the concept of carbon books to the nation and will make it mandatory for businesses and individuals to declare or report their carbon inflows and outflows. It will make the circulation of carbon visible, and just as with financial accounting, other goods and services can be financed using carbon surpluses, especially if there is convertibility between the carbon accounts and the rupee accounts. Once we have an NCA, we will be able to set targets, make predictions about future emission reductions, and track our progress against those goals. We can speculate about a future national carbon budget that helps us reimagine the entire economy, including new technologies and new forms of collective action. Instead of the single goal of increasing economic GDP in money terms, as we already do, there will be a parallel goal of a carbon GDP which countries will try to reduce. As a policy solution, and NCA will not only help India meet its commitment to becoming net zero by 2070 but also help it and other countries, if adopted globally, create new livelihoods and new forms of organizing its economy and society. However, everyone understands GDP and more recently alternative measures such as gross national happiness. By making transparent the carbon footprint of human activities, we open up the possibility of a new form of public discourse and an alignment between development and ecological sustainability. In short, an NCA is a poly solution to a poly crisis. This is about the carbon. Let's go to the next page. Emergency era. The arrest and actions in News Click case are aimed at a chilling effect. Let there be light. Physics Nobel celebrates techniques to measure changes in election properties. Women's quota panchayats to parliament. The shift in BJP's Kashmir approach. Mirwais Umar Farooq's release signals the ceding of space of separatist voices. The roller coaster that was the 2023 months. Eastern Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Gangetic West Bengal, Southern Interior Karnataka, and Kerala ended the season with deficient rainfall. UAPA case against portal for plot to disrupt sovereignty of India. Police. Caste census will help the backward and the poor, says Congress chief. Nitish, with Bihar caste survey, Nitish has set the national agenda, says JDS chief. Delhi excise policy case, CD officials arrest AAP, RS member Sanjay Singh. Kejriwal says the action shows Modi's desperation and that more opposition leaders are likely to be arrested before the election. AAP to protest outside BJP headquarters against a dictatorship. Directorate of Town and Country Planning. New defense and indigenization list as futuristic weapon systems. State of the art infantry combat vehicle, all terrain vehicles, UAVs, medium range precision kill system for artillery, test equipment for guided weapon system for tanks, armor plates for Mi 17 chopper cabin knows to be sourced domestically. Case against MP for posing hospital dean to clean toilet. Actor Ranbir Kapoor asked to appear before ED on October 16. Strict measures will be taken, says CVFC chief on corruption charges. Land for job scam, court grants base to a JD leader. ED should give copy of the grounds of arrest. SC ahead of Telangana election and turmeric board constituted. Need for observing Upwas. PM Sunak kickstarts UK election campaign with promise of change. Thai PMO's action on guns after deadly mall shooting leaves 2 dead. Italy bus crash leaves 21 dead, including toddler. 15 in hospital. In-depth night curfew in Nepalese town after communal violence. US Speaker Kevin McCarthy ousted in a historic House vote. A first such incident in US history. McCarthy says he will not run again for the Speaker's position. Next steps are highly uncertain with no obvious successor to lead the House Republican majority. Pak plan to evict Afghans unacceptable, say Taliban. He was not to weigh in on Mojja plans to remove Indian forces from Maldives. Indian envoy takes PM's note to MUG. Government eases aircraft recovery rules. Shell raises diesel price by 20 a litre in less than a week. Green shipping plan to position maritime sector as eco-friendly. Eurozone economy likely shrank in Q3 amid sliding demand. RBI promotes Munish Kapoor as executive director. Flash floods halt operations at Alembic Pharmaceutical Unit. Reliance unveils swappable batteries for EVs and RE-Fair. Tata Group to focus on branded coffee as core business category. Greco-Roman wrestler Sunil finishes third in 87 kg. Manju and Ram win 35 km race walk mixed team bronze. Goshal qualifies for gold medal match in men's single squash. Sablé wins silver in the men's 5000 meter for his second medal. Neeraj defense title men's 4 into 400 meter squad wins gold. Questionable officiating in the men's javelin final unsettles the Indians. Women's relay team comes second. Armilan clinches a silver in 800 meters. Sarvesh finishes fourth in men's high jump. Indian men exorcise the goose up to 2018 move into the hockey summit clash against Japan. Why did so many decisions go wrong? Questions Neeraj. India will look to recreate 2011 magic. Australia, England, and South Africa are strong contenders. And Jed meets explosive England in opener. Butler backs England's attacking approach. Lovlina loses in 75 kg gold medal bout to China's Lee. The Tokyo Olympic medalist climbs Paris berth with her silver medal. Parveen, also Olympic bond, clinches bronze after losing to Chinese Taipei Yu Tinglin in the 57 kg semi-final. Shamrock prime to deliver in future. Manchester United and Arsenal rock Real Madrid edges Napoli. Hernandez moment of magic wins it for Bengaluru. Former MotoGP world champ Marquez to leave Honda. National Open Athletic move to Bengaluru. Ground survey. As the ICC ODI World Cup is all set to be held in India from October 5 to November 19, an in-depth look at the venues which will host the cricketing extravaganza. Today we feature the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. What is a hitter's transplant and what does it mean to have one? Physics. The 2023 Physics Nobel Prize has been awarded for attosecond physics. This man who won the 2023 Wolf Prize along with two of the three Nobel laureates, but not in Nobel itself, for contributions to attosecond physics. Text and context, this is the last pages. The hike in LPG subsidy for Ujjwala Yojana beneficiaries. Sudden jump in the shares of Adani Enterprises. Number of Indian soldiers missing after flash floods. The number of people arrested in the drive against child marriage. Annual losses in global infrastructure due to worsening climate. The impact of the Bihar caste survey. What has the report found? What is the largest caste category in the state? Will the findings influence upcoming polls? Will it make a difference in the lives of the poor and marginalized? When will the socio-economic profile be released by the government? What are the implications of Kevin McCarthy ouster? How does the ouster reflect on the deeply divided Republican Party? Who filed the resolution to vacate the position of the Speaker? How many Republicans voted against him? No, you are English. A retelling of the Mahabharata through the painting of Allah Baksh. Alok Balla and Chandra Prakash Dewal, through their four-volume book, tried to unravel the mystery behind the man who illustrated the epic with 4,000 paintings done in the Mewari miniature style, which is now with the Government Museum in Udaipur. On October 5, 1962, Dr. No, the first film of the James Bond series, was released in the United Kingdom. A quiz on the film series based on the books written by Lan Fleming. This is today newspaper reading, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the newspaper reading. Due to health reasons, I am not able to continue, and please continue for 2 hours. It will make you really very good in communication. So please subscribe the channel, like and comment. If you like the video, please share with your friends so it may be useful for somebody to utilize the opportunities. See you in the upcoming videos, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.